Hey guys, we're at SeaWorld Orlando. As you can see, we're behind the Chick-fil-A with the little walkway in between from this seating area to the one on the other side. So you can see Penguin Trek back here as it's going. We're going to show you a couple things today in this video. We're going to try to show you what the new ride, SeaQuest, looks like, the 2026 merch. And I think I've heard that there's 2 restaurants that are closed due to water damage from the freeze we had here in Florida. So I'm going to try to show you those as well, and maybe anything else we see along the way. So let's go see. So to begin with, as we're walking along the side of the lake, we can see how bad some of these plants are. Some are really good and green from the freeze. It didn't bother them too much, but others look pretty bad. And we're being told here in Florida not to trim anything until March, just see what happens, what's going to come back, just in case we get another freeze happening. You can also see as we're crossing the bridge here, the drone barge that they're using when they do the drone shows. I think more of those will be back in the summertime, so you get to see a few of those and what that looks like. The Sky Tower was going, even though it was a tad bit windy that day, but the Sky Tower was going, and it started out as kind of a dreary day, but it became nice and bright, even with some clouds. But it was a really nice day the day I was there, so fantastic. And now let me show you the new 2026 merch they have at SeaWorld Orlando. So this 2026 merch can be found at the SeaWorld shop at the front of the park. They have moisture wicking t-shirts. This one's really cool. Nothing on the back of it, but it's got this nice cool on the side. It says 2026. It has the orca. It's got the dolphins. Shark, I think, on there maybe. I'm not sure what else. Sea turtle. And then they have a few other, bucket hat. It just has 2026 on it with the orca, which is cute, and then this one just says 2026. A little bit boring with no animals, but okay. They've got them in the cute kid sizes, and then if you come over here, they've got that fun, I don't know what you call that pattern, where it's the 2 different slate colors, but then the tie-dye shirt, and then a cute pink shirt for girls. And then if you come around, there's also an orange one that I missed, but if you come around here, then there's more on this wall, another big tie-dye with just down the side. They have the black background that I guess is like a baseball tee. I don't know what that other shirt style, the one with the white and blue, I don't know what that's called. Let me know. But it has the 3/4 length sleeves, which is kind of fun, a little bit different. Hoodies, all kinds of different things. And then if you're over at Wild Arctic, they also have it. Expedition Odyssey, sorry, called the wrong thing. But back in that area, they also have a selection of it. So if you've forgotten it at the front of the park, you want to grab it at the back. It's mainly just, I think, t-shirts and sweatshirts. So you can grab those back there. Now, they also have a deal with Adidas, an exclusive Adidas SeaWorld merch line. It's just a logo for SeaWorld Orlando, but it's really nice, cool, kind of, there's that kind of cool texture to this. It's hard to see in the camera. I was trying to get it. Didn't really work out. But they have it in red. They've got some different colors, and it looked really, really nice. So if you're an Adidas fan, you can check this out at the waterfront. Then the little box guy, they have all these cute SeaWorld stickers. The flamingo's cool with sunglasses, the manatee, and then the cute little keychains, whether plush or not, and then gibbets and air fresheners. These are all really cute, so you can check these out. They also have them over at Aquatica, some different designs as well. Now, I'd heard 2 cafes were closed, and that is accurate. Expedition Cafe is closed. There were some sort of issues from that freeze that have damaged the inside. I tried to see if you could see anything inside. It just glares back at you, so nothing you can see. But then also Seafire Inn at the front of the park also is closed, and that includes, I don't know if the bathrooms are closed as well. That I couldn't tell for sure. But the restaurant for sure is closed. So hopefully they get everything fixed with that really, really soon. Now, it was a Seven Seas Food Festival day, the day that I was there, but it was a Thursday, and so nothing really was open. There was nothing opened at 12 o'clock when they're supposed to be, which I kind of expected, and I wasn't going to get anything anyhow that day, but I wanted to see what some of the booths looked like, so I walked by them and looked at the fun displays that they do for each of them, and these are all over by Nautilus Theater. They have quite a few that are grouped together, which is nice. They're spread out throughout the park from the waterfront area all the way around to Pipeline, but the majority of them are kind of on this pathway between about Nautilus Theater, kind of the waterfront Nautilus Theater, all the way over to Shamu Stadium. It's kind of the biggest clump of them, and then some are over by Expedition Odyssey as well. There's a couple over there. The ones over there by Expedition Odyssey are the Gulf Coast Market and the Mexican Market. I think they've kind of switched up a little bit about where they have put some of the markets this time around. But these are always fun because they're kind of tucked in off the pathway and they have all the decorations. It's just a lot of fun. Make sure to pick up at the front of the park a map that shows you which food items you can try. Now, you can't visit SeaWorld Orlando without stopping by to see some of the animals, and I made a point of seeing a few different ones this time around. So I stopped and watched the dolphins. They were being, I think, fed for that morning. There's like a meeting happening with all the trainers, it looked like, so they had just been released, like, hey, go play. And so sat and watched them for a little bit as they came through this area that below you would be underwater viewing, but on top you kind of get to see them kind of curve right there. And they were having fun. No jumps out of the water or anything like that, but they seemed to be enjoying themselves, just kind of relaxing, chilling after their morning work that they were doing. And then later in the day, they'd be visiting with guests. I also visited the sea lions, who were extraordinarily active. I don't usually get there that early in the morning to see them on that side of the park, and so they were just going everywhere. There was noise, there was splashing, they were so busy, so active. So if you want to see them, first thing in the morning is the time to be over there. If you wait till the afternoon, they've already been fed, and so they're just sitting, relaxing, getting some of that sun to heat them up. But they were everywhere. The poor little harbor seals that kind of hang out in this spot, they were being disrupted because the bigger sea lions, were coming through, and they were just noise, splashing, everything. It was kind of chaotic, but it was a lot of fun to see. Now, on the much quieter side was the manatees. I was hoping they might talk a little bit about the one that was rescued from, I think, the Melbourne Satellite Beach area, that was rescued from a storm drain. I had no idea how that poor manatee got into a storm drain, couldn't get itself out, but SeaWorld was able to go help rescue it, and it is probably in one of the back pools being cared for and checked on before it was released. I believe I heard that on this day they actually had released about 3 manatees back into the wild. They had been, I think, cold stunned from the cold weather, but then they were fine. Actually, they may have been juveniles. I don't know. There was some manatees were released back into the wild that day, so I got to enjoy seeing these little guys munch on their romaine lettuce and learn about those who got released back into the wild. And then you gotta go see the sharks. They're so much fun to be gliding through this tunnel, and they're just going around you, beside you. The way I positioned the camera, you didn't get to see all the ones coming across the top. The sawfish, he was just like all over, right over the top of me, behind me. Here he comes into the camera frame, but otherwise he was just like kind of off on his own, just behind me, just out of camera shot. And I was trying to get just a straight through the tunnel view, so I was like, come on dude, come into the frame. But fun to see this kind of wider angle going through, and you can just see the fish going by on the side. You get the whole circumference there of the tunnel, so always fun to glide through and just see what the sharks are doing. The nurse sharks tend to be there on that far right end, just kind of hanging out, chilling, napping. Occasionally you'll see them moving around, but today was not one of those days. They were just kind of relaxing back in there. Now, one of the main reasons I went to the park today was because I wanted to see what SeaQuest was looking like. I haven't been there since December, so I was curious, like, hey, how is SeaQuest going? Is there progress on the building? So as we're raising up high enough, we'll be able to see it. Let me tell you a couple other things that I noticed that day in the park. One is there were not many people. So if you're wanting to come and enjoy a very relaxing day, just see the shows, see the animals, maybe not some of the rides, because like Journey to Atlantis was closed. I think Kraken might have been closed as well. It's not maybe the best day to come ride the rides, but it's a great day to come and just enjoy the park. There were not many people. You'll see as we rotate around to the parking lot, there was not many people at all. And SeaWorld was taking advantage of this because they were training people. It took a little while to get on to the Sky Tower because they were going through and explaining safety to the some new people they were training for the ride. So it took a little while to get in, and then it took a little while to go up, and then a little while to get off. But it was fun to hear them talking through. It's like, hey, here's what you need to do. Here's how I do it. Here's what you should do as we are you're getting people onto the ride, things like that. So it was fun to see how they were training people to man this ride that has been there since I think it was there since the park opened, but it didn't operate till a little bit after the park opened in the 1960s, or 1970s. Oh, now I'm drawing a blank as to when it opened. Well, whatever. But from the Sky Tower, you get to watch a manta right there go flying by, soaring around. I think Penguin Trek also was closed that day. So no Penguin Trek. Journey to Atlantis was closed. I'm pretty sure I never heard Kraken going either. So again, not the best day for some of the rides if you're wanting to do all of them. Mako was going, as was, here it comes, up one of the hills, and then back around to go out over the lake. Really cool there. And then let's see, paddle boats. I don't know if anyone was riding the paddle boats that day. Didn't see any of those really, but we're coming back around to SeaQuest. Now, there is no opening date for SeaQuest yet, and as you'll see here as we get closer, it is just kind of the shell of the building. The metal structure has gone up. There it is in the background. Zoom in on it a bit, but they're working on it. It's quite tall. I would say it's as tall as Wild Arctic / Expedition Odyssey. I'd say it's equally as tall, and so it's quite large, though. It's a large building. It's a little bit farther back from the parking lot than I had anticipated them building it. But it is, the person I was talking to said it's in a spot where there's no people traffic, and so it's going to be much faster for them to be able to work on it, because they're not having to deal with pauses for, people in the park moving around like they had to do when they were redoing Penguin Trek, when they have done Expedition Odyssey, and there's people kind of coming in and out, and you had to work around people. They're starting from a shell, being able to move right along with that and develop it without having to try to make alterations to something. So I think it'll go up pretty quickly. I don't see it being like a May opening in time for like summer. I don't really see that. I think it'll be more towards the fall potentially, but I could be surprised. We will see. Once they get going, it should go really, really quick, but we will see what happens. So I'll let you guys finish riding the Sky Tower back around another circuit, and then I'll talk to you guys again at the end.
Helps fund wildlife rescue and rehabilitation efforts, habitat protections, and ocean health initiatives. Our mission is to see it here and save it there, from park to planet. To find more information on any of our award-winning events, guided tours, educational programs, or restaurant reservations, visit us online at SeaWorld.com, download the SeaWorld app, or stop by the guest information counter located near the park's front entrance.
Before I let you guys go, let me take you on a quick walk through the Pass Member Lounge. It's usually, there's people all throughout, and so I feel awkward trying to film, but it is decorated for the 60th anniversary of SeaWorld's opening, and so I want to kind of show you around. This wall has the different logos throughout the years, and then the cool balloon that they used to have years and years ago. I remember seeing this in pictures as a kid. Now I never saw it in person. The tables with the old different styles of maps. Still wish they gave out paper maps, but oh well. The old entrances, the different historic shows that they've had, the famous people that have come to visit. So this is all in the Pass Member Lounge. You get to see these pictures throughout the room. Some of the early pictures from Kraken, early publicity photos for that. That iconic photo of the manatee being fed. That one is just so well known. And then some graphic ideas of what some of the rides would have looked like. So it was fun. If you have time to visit the Past Member Lounge and you're a past member, you have to be a past member to enter, go check out the room, the different maps, all the cool things, and get yourself a free soda from the soda fountain. So that's all we have for you guys today. If you have any questions or comments about SeaWorld Orlando, let us know. Also, let me know if you know where this boat is located. You probably can tell by seeing different things around, but let me know if you know where this is at, if you've ever been down here to see it, and we'll see you guys next time here on Ant on the Boom.